Inspiration usually for me comes from movies and pictures. Originally was very inspired by those novels, but in part because I'd seen the film adaptations of them, like Double Indemnity or, so the great movies. And I was just a movie-loving family, so often when I'm writing something, and especially now that I write for TV, there's often this sort of memory I have of a particular scene in an old movie that sort of looms forward for me. So often we'll have a set of images and movie stills for each book I'm working on that I keep looking at, and that usually fuels me. And to a certain degree, music while I'm writing will help too, but it's more visual, which is maybe a little more unusual. Though I know a lot of crime writers are inspired by movies because there's such a strong crime movie tradition. Darkness or the glitter, I guess they're the same for me. I often am surprised that, dark to me, often in America at least, it's considered a pejorative, a negative thing, but to me, dark is glamorous, it's interesting, it's where we all really live, it's the shadow self. To me, darkness is glittering and fascinating and beautiful, so to me, they're inextricable, so I love them both, they're the same, and I guess I consider it my goal to make the darkness glittering for people in the way it is for me. Like a fairy tale. Fairy tales are so dark and they have this magical sheen, and I always think of my books as sort of fairy tales. The first one published in Germany will be The Turnout, which is my most recent book here in America, and it's the story of two sisters who run a ballet school and have a very complicated history with one another, and things go wrong. Ballet, to me, is sort of the classic contradiction of really femininity, which is this sort of beautiful exterior you're supposed to project, a perfection and grace and femininity. You have to hide everything else. So to me, sort of ballet was this perfect metaphor for being female. Hiding all your pain and your sweat and your secrets is sort of built in. I didn't know that much about ballet when I started writing it, other than liking to go see it, but I did take ballet as a little girl. I did have these two teachers at my school that were twin sisters, and they were extremely beautiful and remote, and we were all fascinated by them in class, and they kind of became the two sisters in the Turnout, which is, they were so enigmatic to us, and the way that ballet teachers and ballet dancers do feel like these rare things that we can't access, that kind of glamour. So that was a big piece of it for me. But the rest of it, I really did have to learn. I do like to research, so researching the ballet world was extremely fun, especially the rituals and the superstitions and the way that dancers prepare their shoes. All that stuff is great for me. That inspires me. So I love all that. I love all the arcania of different subcultures. Okay, this is the Turnout. They were dancers their whole lives nearly. Oh yeah. In some New York apartments, it would be the sirens. So we don't have those, please. Okay, this is the Turnout. They were dancers their whole lives nearly. They were dancers who taught dance and taught it well.
Fast ihr ganzes Leben lang. Sie tanzten, sie unterrichteten Tanz und sie unterrichteten gut, wie es vor ihnen auch schon ihre Mutter getan hatte. Jedes Mädchen möchte Ballerina werden. Das stand in ihrer Broschüre, auf ihren Postern, auf ihrer Webseite. Der Satz rollte in eleganter Schreibschrift über den Bildschirm. Die Ballettschule d'Iran, gegründet 1986 von ihrer Mutter, einer ehemaligen Solistin des Alberta Ballet, nahm die oberen beiden Stockwerke eines gedrungenen, rostfarbenen Ziegelbaus im Stadtzentrum ein. Das Gebäude gehörte ihnen, seit ihre Eltern in einer Blitzeisnacht vor über 10 Jahren ums Leben gekommen waren, als ihr Auto über den Mittelstreifen des Highway geschleudert war. Als ein ambitionierter Lokalreporter erfuhr, dass es ihr 20. Hochzeitstag gewesen war, schrieb er einen Artikel über sie und behauptete, Sie hätten sich selbst im Tod noch an den Händen gehalten. Hat einer von ihnen in diesen letzten Momenten die Hand nach dem anderen ausgestreckt? Fragte der Reporter sich. Oder haben sie sich schon vorher an den Händen gehalten? Nach all diesen Jahren hatte die wie eine Sage weitergetragene Geschichte vom Tod der Eltern für die Schülerin noch immer etwas unsagbar Romantisches. Weniger für Marie, die, nachdem sie während der Beerdigung neben ihrer Schwester Dara heftig geschluchzt hatte, beharrlich behauptete: Ich habe sie nicht ein einziges Mal Händchen halten sehen.